Let's talk about why the pill does not fix your hormonal acne. Hi, I'm Dr. Laura Bellis, naturopathic doctor and self-proclaimed hormone queen when it comes to all things related to getting rid of problem skin. Let's talk about the pill. And I wish someone had told me this so many years ago when I was on it in my teens and early 20s. But specifically about acne, there is a huge connection, and it's really important to understand, especially if you're on the pill now or if you're about to come off, or if you've recently come off, because I'll talk about that in a minute. But at the end of the video, I'm going to give you some tips on what you can start doing to protect yourself from the acne coming back when you stop the pill. Okay, let's talk about what the pill does. Most pills have a low level of estrogen and progesterone in them. And the reason why this is helpful for pregnancy prevention is it stops you from ovulating. And that means you're not going to release that egg in the middle of your cycle and lead to potentially fertilized egg or a pregnancy at the end of the month. So in pregnancy prevention standpoint, it makes total sense and it does have a lot of value. Now, why it can help get rid of your acne temporarily is because all of the hormones are low, not only estrogen and progesterone, but it also, many of the pills can actually lower testosterone as well. So some of the androgen hormones that can cause the acne in this area, hair thinning, a PCOS kind of picture for a lot of patients. You know, they've been told they have PCOS and they definitely can get some benefit short term from that. But what most people don't understand, and what I didn't understand years ago, was it doesn't solve the acne. When you come off the pill, those hormones not only come back to healthy, normal levels, a lot of times they come back with a vengeance. They skyrocket, specifically your androgens, the testosterone family of hormones. And if you've never tested those, by the way, I'll link a video about all the 4 types that you need to get tested down below. But if you are having sky high testosterone and you're not on the pill anymore, well, that's a recipe for a disaster when it comes to your skin. And this is why a lot of women get acne 3 to 6 months after they've stopped the pill. That's kind of the scary zone. So I want you to understand, if the pill is not doing the job of getting to the root cause of the acne, well, is it all bad? No. Sometimes we need to be on the pill for a short period of time. Sometimes I've had patients where they need to be on it for a special occasion, or they're going to continue on it for a little bit longer. Maybe their wedding is coming up and then they'll come off as planned. But I want us to understand what I didn't understand and no one told me is that it's not a solution. To be shocked when your acne comes back after the pill is extremely heartbreaking, but that should not be the case. So let's talk about 2 things you can start doing now. Number 1, if you are still on the pill, you need to understand what the pill is depleting you of. There are several nutrients that the pill naturally depletes our body of. That's just what it does for the pill to work its job. B vitamins, zinc, magnesium, those are all things you want to consider chatting with your functional medicine doctor or naturopathic doctor about. Your family doctor probably won't have much to say here. But the doses and the forms of all of those nutrients are key, and you can do that while you're on the pill. Please note, this is not the same thing as taking a multivitamin and calling it a day. So you want to be at higher levels of these nutrients in highly absorbable forms. Now, what if you've recently come off the pill, or you've been off for a few months now and you're like secretly just gritting your teeth hoping that the acne does not come back? Well, I recommend, and this is what I did, was a 21-day whole body liver detox. I cleansed my liver, I supported my body with the right nutrients post-pill, and I allowed things to clear out effectively. This is probably the number 1 thing that moves my patients the fastest. And if I can do a detox with a patient before they get their acne post-pill, like the first month after coming off, for example, they don't even get that post-pill acne at all. I'm going to link my 21-day whole body detox below. It's the one I did, and it's the one that I do every single year, still to keep my skin clear. So I hope this video has been helpful. If you have a question about acne and the birth control pill, let me know in the comments below.